Hey everyone, this is Stevie Richards. Welcome back to the Force USA R&D Lab. I have Dan with me here.
Hey, Stevie.
And we literally have, we call it a lab, we literally have a monster here, the X20 Pro.
Yeah, one of the new series in our lineup.
We want to definitely get shots of just how deep this thing and how the footprint. We talked about it a little bit with the X15 Pro overview, but this footprint is no joke here. This will, just disclaimer, just to let you know, you may want to measure your space before considering the X20 Pro. This is the biggest offering in your lineup from what I can see.
It is, yeah. So basically the X15 is your half rack, but this is your full rack. So you're gonna be able to work in the inside of it, a lot more interior working space.
Now in the X15 Pro overview, we talked about the height being 92 inches on the X15 Pro.
Yep.
This looks like it's the same height at 92 inches.
It is, yeah.
Now, one thing I want to point out about that is most of the racks that have these types of beefy features, we're talking about the box tube safeties, which are the optional upgrade. No, it's not
standard upgrade for the
I
X20.
always get it wrong. No, it's standard for the X20 and not available at all for the X15 because obviously it doesn't have the extension here.
Yep.
But the point I wanted to make was when I see other brands that tout this type of kind of power cage type of rack setup, it's at least 100 inches high. So,
it is, yeah.
So the footprint's pretty efficient for what you're getting with this.
Right, we still want you to be able to put in your home gym. You know, this might not work for you, but we have other series that do.
Now the depth is the depth. PTH, depth. How deep it is one thing. But that's when I was looking at the height, I'm like, usually ones that are this deep are 100, 110 inches high, where you have them in.
Yeah.
Pretty much you have to have them in the lab space we have here.
Right, yeah, something with, infinite possibilities in the ceiling height, so.
Cool. We also have new Easter eggs that are on the storage shelves, which are part of the optional upgrade kit. I'm not going to say a word. Oh my God, I picked up the heavy one. That wasn't the one. That's the one thing. They all are the same size. I weighed a little bit too much.
Right.
We'll give you a preview at the end, and we'll talk a little bit more in a dedicated upgrade kit video to see if the upgrade kit is for you. So just like with the G10 Pro, G10 15, what did I say?
G10, 15? No, I understood.
There's not a G25 coming out. The G10 Pro and the G15 Pro, the optional upgrade kit is purchased for either or. So when you buy, you can definitely, it's the same upgrade kit. So for some crazy reason, you say to yourself, I have an X15 Pro, but I want an X20 Pro, you can, I mean, that's crazy.
Swap them. Yeah, the same upgrade kit.
There's got to be somebody out there crazy enough that's thinking that.
Yeah, they're probably already considering it.
Okay, so maybe it's me.
Yeah, it's probably you. If anybody, it's Stevie.
So anyway, we're going to look at that in a dedicated video with the upgrade kit. But also, I really want to get a closer look at this at an angle so you can appreciate how deep this is, what you're getting. Other than that, the similarities between the X15 Pro and the X20 Pro are pretty close to each other.
Right.
We're only going to go over what you're getting, what I thought was optional, but it's standard. What the two things are that you're getting with the 20 Pro that you don't get with the 15 Pro.
Cool. Yeah, that's good.
All right, so I'm gonna get out of the way so people can see how deep this thing is. This is no joke. Do you have an exact measurement from the very back to the very front?
It does. Yeah. So it's going to be 87 inches front to back on there. The X15, getting all mixed up too, is 30 inches shorter. So you're adding 30 inches to your footprint.
That's quite a bit. So this thing,
over 2 feet.
This thing, as far as how deep it is actually as long as some of the G series are high.
Yes, exactly. It's definitely a beefy unit.
So you would know, like right here, if you can see, we have the safety tubes. These are the box safeties, right? So this is one of the attachments that are part of the X20 series. Obviously not part of the X15 because there's not this front part right here.
Right, yeah, so it's if you want your full cage experience, your safety that goes across the whole thing.
See if it holds my fat ass. Whoa.
It'll hold much more than that.
All right, I'm just checking. It does do this. So it wasn't me being clumsy for a change. Also, notice you talked about it before.
Yeah, kind of mentioned on it, these band pegs here. Since we added some, the 30 inches there actually does a lot for us, so we can add the band peg holes there. And we know a lot of people like to use that kind of resistance.
So for these heavy duty band pegs, so you can do the variable resistance and obviously the box safeties, because you can even just drop, God forbid, you drop it, or if you're doing something like RDLs and you want to add the bands on there for extra resistance. This looks like it's even, like I said, the thickness of this, along with the same thing with the X15 Pro. Now, this does come with the safety spotter arms
does.
too. So
Yeah.
these are just the two added on to what you're getting with the 15 Pro.
Yep, you're getting a full rack, you're getting the box tube safeties and the band pegs, but you also get the safety spotter arms, which come standard on both the X15 and X20 Pro.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I wanted to point out, I didn't point it out with the X15 Pro, you see the cable out here. The reason why I got the G15 Pro was because now the wheels and the cables are on the outside of the product, making it much
external
easier
wrap.
to assemble.
It does. Yeah, it cuts on your assembly time. It also makes it easier to service, kind of adjust the cable tension after stretching over time. So
You know what else cuts down on your assembly time?
what is that?
Having someone else do it.
Yeah,
I would definitely
100%.
recommend the assembly service on something like this. This is definitely, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, they will take you some time, about 5 hours to assemble. A lot of people, our customers, do it themselves. We give all the instructions. We're here on hand.
I've done a few of them. I have done a few of them. If I can do
Absolutely.
it, someone else can do it. But
Yeah.
trust me, I believe, just my experience, and I'm going to have a full dedicated review on the assembly service if it's not already up here on the YouTube channel. It's just worth it. Some people, time is their money. And if somebody is trained and familiar with putting these things together, trust me, I watched the guy. He had a system.
Yeah.
And he was so efficient at doing it. And he wasn't even rushing and still got it done in like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's perfect. So
awesome.
It's something that you can get quite frustrated if you've never done anything like this before.
Right. It can be a daunting experience.
You've gotten those calls from me.
We have, yeah. Yeah, but like I said, we walked you through it, and you can get it done if that's not something you want to upgrade to.
Cool. So I want to keep this shot for the closing of the video, but I just want to let you know this thing is very, very deep. Like you said, 87 inches, quite a bit larger than the X15 Pro. My guess is that you're going to want this. You're going to have the space for it, but measure it beforehand. And they're not cheap, so it's an investment. Both of them are. And if you want to use my affiliate link, forestusa.com/Stevie, get to save a little bit of money and also support the content here on the YouTube channel. Also, if you're in Canada, forestusa.com.
Oh, Canada.
.ca, but I have an official affiliate link in the description below so you can save, even with conversions, you can save money. I don't know the conversion, but we go through that.
Absolutely.
So check those links in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. I'll be sure if I can't answer them. I always bother Dan over there. So thank you guys. God bless you. Have a great day.
We'll see you.